Hey there, YouTubers. Coming to you from my driveway. Seriously. Getting ready to start another trip, and I thought I'd make a video on how I plan my trips, and sometimes how I don't plan my trips. It's not always the same. Like when I went to Key West, I knew I was going to Key West. I went to Key West. But sometimes I do more of a wander, i.e. the title of the YouTube channel. This t-shirt, I took the road less traveled and now I'm lost. It's sort of like that. So for this upcoming trip, I have my passport because there's a good chance I might use it. But then again, I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna. And because of that, I got pet records, because customs make you have pet records in case I'm able to do that. But what I also have here, well, no, I'll get to that in a minute. I'm going to start out, I'm going back to Michigan. I have some family up there I'm going to see that I saw last year. And then there's going to be some visiting family that I haven't seen in years. So that'll be really cool to see them just for a couple days. Probably not going to be on YouTube because, as I said, I don't usually put a lot of people on YouTube. And then I'm going to head out. I'm going to go to some of the areas I've been before, but I'm going to try to see the things that I've missed. Because so often when I get wandering, I'm like, I can't see everything I want to see. I can never see everything I want to see. I'm sure that's the same for most people. So on this trip, I have a basic end goal destination that hopefully I get to. It might end up being someplace different. It's going to go as it goes. Because I always seem to have requirements and obligations to come back to, which again, for this trip I do. So what I do is I have a folder here. It's almost like an idea folder. And it's, okay, I've got to this point. Here's options of where I can go, look at the calendar, see how much time I got. I try to do some research at home on places I would like to see in the general direction of where I'm going. You know, sites to stop and see that look interesting, and places to stay, freecampsites.net. And I have a pretty good idea of what I want to do, but I like the idea that it might turn in, I don't know what it's going to be. I might wake up in the morning and flip a coin and decide to go this way instead of the idea I had to go that way. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I go through and I print stuff out on here because first that gave me the research and will remind me when I can't remember stuff. And then you can't always trust to get a cell signal to be able to go where you're going. I've said before, because I have the cats, because I have pets, I don't get to RV the way I always want to RV. I don't get to do enough true boondocking like I would like to do when it's hot. I might be overprotective, I might worry too much, but when it's hot, I feel guilty if I leave them too long, because for me, if I go to a boondocking spot, I don't want to sit there. I want to hike, I want to wander, I want to go away from the RV. Well, leaving them in the RV in the heat, even if I got fans going and stuff like that, it gets pretty hot. Because even now I'm in the driveway and I got the vent running, you know, the fantastic fan running, but it's hot in here. And, you know, my idea of leaving the pets in here, it's tough for me to do. So I check out freecampsites.net and see what I can do. And maybe some campgrounds, even if I end up having to use a campground if it's just too hot. But it gives me options, and this has worked well for me when I'm planning a wander. So I'll put that away. Well, if you can actually even plan a wander, that's like an oxymoron. So if everything goes perfect, I know exactly where I'm going, but I'm not going to tell you now because that's probably not where I'm going to end up. I'm probably going to end up someplace else. And that's cool. That's the cool part of it. Go until the money runs out or till the credit card starts saying, no, we're not doing that. So on this trip, I may post videos along the way. I really like doing YouTube, but I'm not paying all that money to have a way to upload videos while I'm on the road. If I get some free Wi-Fi, cool. If I can do a little bit from my cell phone along the way, cool. But it'll probably end up being another trip where I come back and I'm dumping all the videos of great places that hopefully others would like to see themselves. Because I just did a video on why I do my RV YouTube videos, and for me, the biggest part of it is to show other people that watching somebody on YouTube is fantastic, but there are cool places that you can go yourself. You don't even have to have an RV. If you got a car and you got a tent, a lot of the places I'm gonna go, you could go. And I'd be much happier to motivate somebody that watches one of my videos and then goes and visits some place of their own and doesn't see my videos for 3 months because they've been busy out doing their own stuff. That wouldn't bother me at all. I'd like that. I'm a procrastinator, so the RV is mostly ready, but tick-tock, I'm always running behind schedule because I'm a squirrel. I'm easily distracted. Supposed to be leaving soon, a few days, and I'm not ready. I'm ready, but I find ways to not be ready. I've hopefully bought most of the food that I'm gonna need, at least most of the freezer food, because as I showed on my last trip, if I have electricity and can use my 12-volt cooler all the time, I can get almost 2 weeks out of stuff staying edible in my 12-volt cooler, let alone my onboard refrigerator being so small. So that's a good thing. So I'm pretty much planned for food, pretty much. First leg of my trip, I won't have to have any water in the RV. I like to drive without water as much as I can while I lug that weight. And once I get up there, I'll fill up the water. And then I'm excited. I always like doing these trips. It's just always that you seem to miss things because there's never enough time. Time. You can't buy time. So I'm going to see some places that are familiar to me, but I'm hoping to see them in detail that I missed. Those road signs along the way that you're like, I just don't have time. Well, maybe this time I have time for that. So I would say a third of it might be where I've been before, and then the other 2/3 is going to be all new. At least that's the plan. Because again, I'm going to go where the road takes me. If I get near somewhere and it seems interesting, then I might get diverted, easily distracted into another direction. I thought it would be cool to do this video to start with, saying that, okay, I know I'm going up to Michigan and I have an idea of where I might go, and then when it's all said and done, realizing whether I went that way or not. I'm going to include in the video now a little fun I had today with my grill situation. Suffice it to say, it did not work out well and I am stupid. But I think I did some video that might explain it. That's the grill I used on my last 6 weeks trip. And as you can see, after unpacking it and getting ready for the next one, this puppy's toast. I still have my other old grill, which isn't great. So my plan is thrift store again. And if that same grill is there for the 3rd week of looking at it, I might pick it up at $5 1/4. It was a pretty good deal. If not, I'm gonna get that grill that I've been putting off that I know I need. This, my friends, is trash. Alright, YouTubers. Fingers crossed. Fingers tightly crossed. I'm trying to save myself $100 before I go on trip, so hopefully the grill is there. I wouldn't think I can get that lucky. It's the 3rd week that I've known it's there, so we'll see. I parked the car back here and I always take corner spots when I can. It's far over away from the other that I can. Alright, fingers crossed. Well, I walked it 4 times and it's gone. I guess you can't expect a decent grill to hang around for 3 weeks. Dang it. I was hoping. Oh well, we'll move on. kind of feel like I need a bath after this place. I can't do this. This don't work for me. Alright, YouTubers. It's disappointing that that grill wasn't still there at the thrift store. I'm kicking myself for not having picked it up. $5.25. It looked like it was barely ever used. So I threw the other one away because it's crap. And this was the one I liked better, but it wasn't perfect. Let's see if it will light for me. There we go. I have two that I'm stuck between replacing this with, but I'm not financially at the point to do that. Maybe after this upcoming trip. Okay, I'm going to turn this off and put some more of those lava stones in there before it gets too hot. Okay, let's light it again. And I'm going to cook some burgers on it. Make sure it cooks, still works. But boy, this needs replaced. Just got to be careful with money. You know how it is. Alright, we're cooking with gas. And I got to tell you, it's tough trying to make myself have self-control and not replace this. I really need to do it, but I got to be patient. Okay, it's cooking. But I'm telling you, I'm sitting here fighting and fighting not to go buy the new grill that I want. It's probably going to happen. I know me too well. Well, it's credit card debt anyways, right? Okay, it's almost done. Those 80 burgers are lots of grease. I'm telling you, I'm fighting the urge, because this grill is crap. Fighting the urge. See what happens. Okay, YouTubers, there's the grill. There's the plastic bag. And because I showed you this, here's that bag I bought at the thrift store. The next to nothing. A grill can make a mess in your RV, and that should help. Let's put it in there. Okay, let's get it in there. Now it might start to trip out down in there, but a lot of times it ends up just under the bed. But that bag should actually help keep things clean. And he looks good because I worry about that. And I got a few days before I'm leaving, so we don't know. I might end up with a different grill, a brand new grill, trying to hold off. So, all in all, I'm excited and ready. I think I have, I'm not gonna let you see any of it, but I think within there, I got some really good ideas of some great places that I'm looking forward to seeing. And who knows which ones I'll see. But that's why you get an RV, that's why you wander. See where the road's gonna take you. Alright, I can't talk no more. I gotta get this damn thing packed. Have a great and wonderful day.